Yo, what's good? It's Chairman House of Barf. How's everybody feeling? I hope everybody's feeling great. Doing pretty good this morning, actually. Having a pretty great morning. Just, what I'm saying? Just trying to keep the spirit light, trying to keep the energy light. It's like, oh, nice. Look, I'm not sure if what I'm doing is right or wrong, but just trying to following the steps of God. Hopefully God, I know God got me following the steps of Christ. Well, not like I'm not practicing, but I'm just trying to make good decisions in my life right now. Just great decisions. I'm just trying to make good decisions. So, I know yesterday I definitely said that, I'm going to try not to do research without doing it on the podcast. Well, yesterday I lied. I'm trying to prevent paralysis by analysis because I did a lot of research last night. I stayed up till probably about 3 a.m. doing research. I was doing a lot of options trading research, and I'm really trying to avoid it from making me just want to nah, man, I don't think I'm ready yet, because that's what happened. You do enough research, you'll be like, you know what, that's why they say paralysis by analysis. And I don't even know if that's politically correct or not. But it really put me in a position where I was like, man, I'm not even sure if I'm ready to, hop in this game. Because started hopping into some more complex concept strategies. Review covered calls. What was the other one? Short, vertical call. What else, man? I studied probably 4 different strategies last night. The first few hours was me, studying my platform. I'm like, okay, let me get my platform together, where I like it. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not just the default platform, move things around where I start to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Try to understand some different things. There's this one thing on my platform called the strategic roller. And if you're from the DMV, that's just hilarious. I don't know if any, but yeah, there's this thing called the strategic roller. And I never knew what it was. And there was this thing called the beta on my platform. Never really knew what it was or how to use it. So just to let you know, the beta, know a little bit more about it now. Essentially, I can set my beta. For example, I can pick a stock. I'm not even sure if I'm going to use these tools, but I can pick a stock and I can compare the beta to the index or even possibly another stock. So if the beta, for example, is let's say 1, then that typically means that this particular stock, I don't know, we could pick any stock. Let's just pick ABC stock. I hear a lot of people do that when they start talking about stocks. I'm like, what, is it illegal to pick a stock or something? But they'd be like, ABC stock, let's just say I wanted to compare it to an index, like the Dow Jones Industrial Average. If that beta is 1, that typically means that this stock is going to move, most likely, generally. You'll hear terms like that. I always say that. You'll hear terms like that a lot in the market. Generally, typically, unless you're just a straight up advisor or somebody, you hear people say that. Typically, that means if the beta is 1, that the stock will move sort of with the index. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that. It says it kind of moves with it. Then if it's below 1, it probably doesn't move so much with it. Something like that. I was researching that. With the strategics, the option strategies, it was oh my goodness. It was the things that can frustrate you is sometimes, let's say you sell a contract, you can get stuck. You're obligated to sell shares if you're assigned. And it's I'm not trying to be in no situation like that. So then there's other strategies where you can buy a long, let's say, I don't know, a long call and maybe no. It would have been like a long call, maybe a short call or something. I'd have to, but then there's like, you got to use different expiration dates or something. You don't have to, but these are different strategies. These are like a short vertical spread or something like that, you know? And all it really does is a couple of things. Oh goodness. It kind of sets your profits to a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much know your max gain. And then also, it can also prevent you from having to actually own the shares. Because that, like, when you hop into owning the shares, like, that shit could be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you could hop into margin and owe the BD more than you invested, and it seems like it could just get nasty. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to get in here, you know what I'm saying? Probably do some basic strategies, and just see how it goes. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid that. Going to get in here. We're gonna have some confidence in ourselves. We look for house barf, team barf. You know what I'm saying? There is no for us looking back. Look, if y'all only knew everything I've done in the last few months, like just in the last few months. I mean, y'all may have been paying attention, but if you listen, last few months, madness, complete madness. There's only one way we can go from here. We can't look back. We can't get paralysis. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not trying to offend anybody that actually has paralysis. We can't stand still. You know what I'm saying? It's time to move forward. Even if we just got to go with buying stocks long and trading them that way, we may have to go that way. Also, with these trades, it's going to start getting into regulation. You know, it's going to be like, you know, there may be a couple days that I'm unable to trade, considering that possibly I've used the funds in the account, and you're not really supposed to be trading with funds that aren't settled, and I'm not really trying to get no issues with the BD. You know what I'm saying? Because they could do a lot. They could easily say, like, look, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to take your services elsewhere, because they got risky shit that they worried about every day. You know what I'm saying? Liquidity risk. I can't even name them all, but there's like a bunch of shit that BDs are concerned about. Shit, I used to know a lot more of this shit just even a few months ago. Like, there's a bunch of risk that, you know, BDs are concerned about, that they don't want to violate a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So they want to make sure that they have good customers who are, you know, trading, you know, decent, you know, trading good. Because, you know, the one thing about trading the market, real quick, is one thing is, you know, the saying, get stuck holding the bag. Nobody wants to get stuck holding the bag. You know what I'm saying? That's not what people want. People want to make sure that, you know, we're having good trades. You know what I'm saying? If the BD owes somebody money, you know, they cool with it. And if, you know what I'm saying, an investor owes the BD money, that they cool doing it, and we just move forward and we just do our thing. You know, so I'm going to get ready to hop in here. We're going to get ready to get started. Let's get it. This is Chairman, House of Barf. Yo, what's good? What's happening, Chairman, House of Barf? Here we go. We're getting into it. All right. Look, it's approximately 10:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I told y'all, my heart's beating. I'm going to try to move on from the simulated trades. I'm going to try, okay? I'm going to try to move on. My heart's beating. I told you, stayed up all night doing research. But we got to move forward. You know what I'm saying? We got to move forward. Do or die. All right? Scared money don't make no money. No faking. We know a lot of people going to spend a lot of days trying to get paid. We know a lot of people going to spend a lot of hours Trying to get a couple dollars. But what we about to try to do right here, we about to try to turn that around. All right, so let me try to get logged in. And I wasn't even doing research so much on the market, as I was doing research on different strategies and trades, as I stated before. Just different things. Like, I found my mouse, but I can't find my mouse pad. Sorry. I found my mouse, but I can't find my mouse pad. Just different things that just go on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous today. I ain't gonna lie. So let's try to get logged in. Okay. All right. Okay, we're in. All right, let me just pull up CNBC, see what they talking about.
When you have three vying camps for the top job, knowing that potentially two of those people will ultimately leave if they don't get it. But he also had only, more or less positive things to say, to the extent they commented on it in terms of their expectations.
Saperstein had the good performance this quarter, right? In the wealth management unit, 16% revenue growth. I don't know if you can judge it by the quarter.
They talking about bank earnings. I actually, to tell you the truth, I actually logged into the wrong side. Forgot we're not on the simulated side today. And the thing about the simulated side, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm still gonna be doing simulated trades because, like, if I pulled up some of the educational things I was going over yesterday, and I don't want to spend a lot of time bullshitting, because essentially I am nervous. I'm nervous as fuck. I'm like, shit. This shit about to. This is when we see everything we were practicing for the last couple weeks, which a couple weeks is not a long time at all. I'm more comfortable going about a year paper trade. I ain't gonna lie, but there's a lot of things going on. Really don't have too much of a support system. Well, give me 1 second. And it's not that I don't have too much of a support system, but not really hanging out with the crew. Losing a bunch of stuff. Whole lot. So, did a lot of research yesterday. Here, I'm just going to pull up some of these educational things. And I've really been working on options a lot lately. Haven't even really worked on bonds, anything like that. Still got to work on how to trade bonds and everything. Options has just been my main focus, is because it gives me possibly the most buying power. And with the most buying power, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So I'm like, okay. So yesterday, I know I said, previously I've said, trust me, everything we research, I'm going to try to make sure I research on the podcast or, together, so that, there's no, how is he this trader? How's he, a little bit about me is not too concerned about failing, but a little bit about me is, you go into a game, two teams playing each other, you don't go in thinking you're going to lose, maybe you do. I don't know. But you don't go in thinking you're going to lose. But, just imagine if it's like one and done. We talk about NCAA March Madness or playoffs or, the championship game, or like Super Bowl or something. Even if you go in as, the contender, the Don, you still got to have in the back of your head. Even in Godfather, I remember that. I can't remember. In Godfather, if I'm correct, I think he was at the tomato stand or something, and he got shot, the Godfather, and the dudes weren't even like, yeah, bitch, yeah, fuck that. They said, man, they were like, something like, 10 years ago, this would have never happened. Like they almost felt like scared of success. More like, damn. Like I can't remember his name, but I guess I think his name was Larry Holmes. I don't know a lot about boxing. I watch boxing a little bit. I think I was watching something on ESPN, something about Muhammad Ali's career, and a lot of people really didn't fuck with Larry Holmes for beating up Muhammad Ali like that, because they said, man, we all knew Muhammad Ali was he wasn't the old Muhammad Ali, and at some sense you got to show respect to the Don. You know what I'm saying? You got to show some respect. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like if you had an older brother or sister or somebody that whooped your ass, and now you been in the gym and you gonna go try to whoop their ass. Man, that shit don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? So, we gonna get in here. Here, I'll even show, let me see if I can show some of the previous learnings I've done. Cause they give me little points and be like, oh, let me see. Here's one. I'm just going to start it. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing.
We've all heard the saying, the trend is your friend. This is true when the trend's moving in your direction. Over the course of holding stock, investors expect it to rise over the long term. But keep in mind that stocks rally, and pull back over and over again. Obviously, if you own a stock, you won't profit when it moves down or sideways in the short term. So what can you do? The answer might be to sell covered calls. By selling a covered call, you could generate a small amount of income and help reduce volatility. In this short video, we'll discuss the basics of covered calls. You'll learn what a covered call is, how to analyze its risk profile, and gain a better idea of whether this strategy is right for your portfolio. Let's start by defining what a...
So that was just one. Let me see. There's a few. I went over a few last night. And it... sorry. Let me see if I can find something to put this on. Using the toy stove again. After doing a bunch of research, just on option strategies, let me even look to see, is there that many strategies with stocks? Oh, yeah, they go into fundamental analysis, there's technical analysis, short selling. So I guess they do. Let me see. I'm going to try to go to something more complex. See, they got a bunch of theories, how to pick top performing stocks, how to invest when you're in your 40s. This is stocks, right? All right, let me show you options. All right, single leg option. You know what I'm saying? Covered call, short call, vertical spread. I think that's another video I was watching yesterday. Let me start this real quick.
Certain option selling strategies allow time decay to work in your favor. These strategies are theta positive and gain value as time passes. And we'll discuss such a strategy in this video, a short call vertical spread. Let's break down the name word by word. The first word, short, means you sold a call option to someone else. For example, to make this trade, you could buy a call and sell a call, but the short call option is the real driver of this strategy. By selling this call, you give someone the right to buy 100 shares of a particular security from you at a certain price, before a certain date in exchange for a premium. Because a call is usually a bullish strategy, the fact that you sold the call means you're bearish on the underlying security, or at least you think it won't go higher than your strike price. Looking at the risk profile for a short call, you can see that its maximum profit is fixed, and the ability to make money only exists when the price stays below a certain level.
All right, so, these are just a few things I was looking at. So it kind of got you hip, just a little bit of what I was looking at, just basically some option shit. I'm not even sure if my portfolio will allow me to trade options. But let's go ahead and take a look at, let me see if I can take a look at our trades that we've done. If I didn't reset them, I typically like reset them pretty much daily. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, so even now I'm kind of just bojangling a little bit, just kind of like, man, whew, here we go. So now moving forward, still BARF is going to be the topic. Like BARF is, that's always going to be it. I'm really not going to be trying to stray away from BARF. I don't want to start trading all day, every day, and people just be like, yo, I don't know. This guy, he just took off and just went straight into becoming some trader. And all he talks about is day trading all day, every day. That's still going to be the goal. It's still talking about day trading. But again, going to really work on possibly having at least right now 2 different podcasts. Now, I will admit, both podcasts are just going to be me talking. Still don't plan on having any guests. Still don't, doing any interviews. Still don't plan on having any like co-host or anything. It's just going to be like, okay, so I do have a third one. All right. So like real quick, off topic. You know me, I get off topic a lot. Sometimes what I do is I really struggle with when people are around me and I'm trying to work on my trades, with being able to retain and gain information, because so many times people just throw information out and you hear them a lot. They be like, right. Yeah. So, you go left and then you go up and then you go down. Right. And when they say right, I'm sitting there looking at them like, yeah, or they'll be like, oh, this is easy, or a bunch of shit like that. And let me think, there's a few more. All you got to do is, here, look, let me, things that don't really, they're not conducive for me. So again, House of Barf and whatever's next, I don't even know what I'm going to call it. Probably just still something ridiculous. I don't even know. I haven't even thought about it yet. It's still more so educational. Dead ass, I'm willing to sit here and lose my hard-earned money. I got an AC unit that's blown out to help educate people, because again, we're going to try to move from the simulated trades. We're still going to simulate trades. Simulated trade is not going anywhere. This is how I practice. There's several different strategies. We talked about this before. Let me see. I just put in Coca-Cola and, again, single, vertical, back ratio. I think calendar, diagonal, straddle, strangle, covered stock, collar synthetic. I ain't never even heard it. Butterfly, condor, iron condor, vertical roll, collar with stock, double diagonal, unbalanced, deep and wide. That's at least what I can see on my platform right now. There could be even more than that. I don't have my books with me. So one thing I got to get really into, one thing I realized about last night is a lot of times when people trade their options, and let me pull up TD Ameritrade's TD Ameritrade network. Chipotle is at an all-time high. Let me see.
It's so expensive, like on per share basis. It makes it unwieldy to trade. It's amazing they haven't done any splits. All right. Thanks, Kevin Green. A little departure there from a morning financial conversation, but a nice setup into earnings coming up this month for Chipotle. Looking forward to those. Let's do some trading ahead of it with Tim Bigham, lead option strategist at Delta Derivatives. All right, Tim. First, hit me with the dish. Have you tried the carne asada there yet?
I am, not a...
The chicken al pastor is the new one. That's the new one.
I'm a kind of sketchy, old-time Mexican restaurant, connoisseur. But
All right, I just want to see real quick how he's going to approach this with Chipotle being at the all-time high. I just want to see how he's going to approach this real quick.
There's actually room for both, and as you alluded to, they are growing here as the younger crowd, let's call it, certainly has no problem flocking to Chipotle. So even though I'm not a fan of their, product, I am a fan of their business model, as you guys alluded to here. The one thing you have to look at, the stock is getting, really pricey on valuation. But let's face it, what stock isn't that has moved higher here, over the past, 4 or 5 months, even with rates heading higher. So valuations for the time being kind of put on the back burner here, as we have seen, certainly with the Magnificent Seven stock. So I kind of like this stock on pullbacks here to be a buyer here. There's major support down below at that 2030 level. So I'm looking to go out to next week with earnings where implied volatility is elevated here. You can get further out of the money and get a decent overall net premium. So I'm just going out selling next week's 2030 puts, hedging with the 2025 puts, bringing in about $2 or so net premium here. I kind of like that risk reward trade-off. You got a little over 100-point downside cushion here, and as we have seen in the markets.
Good Lord. This guy's talking about a put spread where he plans on making approximately $2 on this trade.
On Chipotle, I probably, as you guys alluded to, very pricey stock to do on a stock basis, but that's a perfect reason to use option strategies to express a bullish or even a bearish viewpoint.
All right, look at this. Tim Bigham with the supportive trade, selling downside instead of buying downside. Case, you really, I'm surprised you're not a regular Chipotle patron, given, the general fade nature of the Tim Bigham trades, bullish trade here. Are you telling me you're not a CMG fan, Tim? It doesn't have.
Yeah, I have tried it, and like I said, I like, the stuff that.
I'm so mad at CMG or Chipotle. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it when I was younger. And that thing is shooting up. All right, so, it's not too motivating looking at my trades from yesterday. I had a Microsoft June 21st, 2024, strike price 400, down approximately about $1,000. Take two, purchased a June 21st, 2024, long call, strike price 150. That's down about $600. The August 18th, 2023, strike price 150, long call, down approximately about $1,400. Then about a September 15th, 2023, Boeing long call, about 2,000 contracts of that, strike price 230, down approximately about $4,000. So, not too excited right now about hopping straight into this with live trading. There's still a few things that I'm missing, and a few things that I realized from doing my research yesterday. A lot of people already understand what they're going to make. That's something I got to work on, because a lot of people are like, yeah, so I'm going to buy the call at this date with this expiration date, then I'm going to sell a call with this expiration date, whether it's closer or it's probably or further, whatever. And as long as it stays in between this prices, or it goes below this price, or it goes above this price, then I should be making about this much. It's funny because actually I'm looking at some of the people I was looking at yesterday. I got the TD Ameritrade network up.
Head over to tdameritrade.com/webcast.
And I see some of their faces. That's funny. So, all right. We're going to have to do some research before I make some trades with some live assets. Okay. Just want to kind of get a feel for the market, just see what's going on. But we'll get a trade in. Okay. We'll get a trade in. I'm not happy about this. But let's see what CNBC is talking about.
The actual market weight.
So you are entirely correct. It has been a difficult market this year, and you've chronicled this on your show and others.
Oh, great.
The market trades at around 19 times forward multiple. Those big stocks that you referenced, those Magnificent Seven, trade at 31, 32 times forward earnings. The rest of the market, excluding those, around 17 times. So a little bit of a catch-up. That's why value would suggest if you had some expansion in multiple for the non-leading stocks, you could see the market move a little bit higher. And then look out 12 months from now, market valuation around 4,700, so a couple hundred points higher than we are today. That's kind of how I think about the intersection between.
Just talking about how difficult it is to maneuver in this market. With, I forgot Dow Jones is on a streak recently. Things are, it's a little different. Let's go to I'm just going to pull up a quick watch list, and I'm going to go to, I love to look at the losers. Because typically, and I could be wrong about this, if a stock's having a really bad day and it's a pretty decent stock, then if we're playing the day trades, tomorrow, end of the week, it should be okay as long as there's no something serious going on. There's so many things where investors could probably just be trying to take some cream off the crop. We're still in summertime. People are still just trying to make their vacations. So let me just go ahead and take a quick look at, let me see if I can find, analyst downgrades. I'm trying to look for the winners and the gainers and the losers or laggers, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Okay, let's say I'm going to go to analyst upgrade. I'm going to take a look at this one. What do we got? We got CCL. Let me see. CCL, I know this one. What's CCL? Is that Carnival? Oh yeah, Carnival. Okay, so this is okay. Hospitality. Where's my paper and my pen? Okay, hospitality. We just stated it's still summertime, right? People still want to travel. People don't want to be stuck at home right now. Not to mention, I'm not trying to be, I was just looking at some of my notes from an interview I went to recently. Didn't get it. That hurt. I actually wanted that job. It was another compliance officer position. Won't tell you the company, but it was in Owens Mills, Maryland. That was frustrating. I actually wanted to get that job. They said they were going to take care of me if I got it, but they probably went with somebody else who was somebody different. Whew, I got so many notes. Here, let me tell you real quick. Long straddle equals add premium. What are these notes saying? I can't even read them. This is all I can read real quick. Long 1 ABC 40 call at 4. So essentially, long one contract. One contract is 100 contracts. ABC 40 call at 4. Premium 4. Then long 1 ABC 40 put at 3. So add the premiums. Okay. So okay. I'm starting to get it. So I want my long straddle. So I'm going to add the premiums. So, and I guess from the put, I'm going to subtract the premium. Is that correct? I'm not sure. So from the call, I wanted to go above 47. This is stuff I was looking at yesterday. And with the put, I wanted to go below 33, if I'm correct on that. Okay. If I'm correct on that. Don't quote me. I still have so much that I'm looking over. Okay, I'm going to keep those notes up, because this is... I got to find another piece of paper and pad. Okay, so I'm excited about these notes. Got to do a lot more research. We are nowhere near ready. We still got stocks, bonds. I don't even know shit about futures, foreign exchange. Is there anything else that we're not trading? Commodities, I guess, futures, I guess. But yeah, we're going to get this figured out. Let's take a quick break. Been talking for about 27 minutes. This is Chanman House of Barf. Yo, what's good? This is Chanman House of Barf. I'm just taking a look to see what's going on. It looks like former President Trump is the target of another investigation. Looks like a soldier crossed into North Korea, I guess illegally. I'm just taking a look at some headlines.
To resolve that situation. And thousands of demonstrators participated in a day of disruption in Israel today. They are protesting that legislators are moving forward with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's planned judicial overhaul.
Okay, so we have some geopolitical issues. Okay, so goodness gracious, I totally forgot to grab some paper and pen. Give me just 1 second. Just 1 second. I apologize. Here, you know what? I forgot. I can pause. All right. Finally got some paper and a pen. And I don't know if you can tell I'm nervous or not, but I really am. Just so many people just tearing me down, just a lot of shit going on. So if I could just say real quick, God bless us all. Thank you, God, every day that you give us. May my words, my trades, everything that's going on be covered by your blood, by your hands. God, I feel like I'm at the end of my rope. Please look over me and possibly anybody that may be listening to this. And let us know that what we're doing is in your will. Thank you, God, so much for every day, waking up, going to bed, and waking up again. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. And I'm sorry. Jesus' name, pray, amen. I know a lot of people don't believe in Christ and whatnot, and I don't know how that may affect whatnot, but all right. Okay, got a paper and a pen. Okay, a couple things that we can talk about. We've been talking about the last couple days. Microsoft, Activision, Take-Two. I probably won't mess with Activision. Probably don't feel like probably just stay away from that, even shorten it, anything. Because I'm not really familiar with what could happen with the option trade with a merger. Okay, so Carnival, hospitality. We have Carnival. What else do we have? Is it Royal? Norwegian. Okay, these are a few that we can think of. What else do we have? Let's just we're just going to be taking a look. Okay, so we got semiconductors, right? Really the topic of town. We got TSM. We got NVIDIA. We got ADM. I have another one that I like to look at, Atomera. That's ticker symbol ATOM. There's a few others that I used to know of. I don't know what I did to them. What happened to them? Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find like the semiconductors. Because there was a few more that I used to know of. Okay, I can't find it right now. Yeah, okay, damn. As soon as I said that, found them. Okay, so let me see if I can go back. Oh, wait. Nah, pull it back up. All right, what was that under? Information. Semiconductors. Okay, so just a few that they've named. I may not be familiar with all these. Let me see. Ooh, it's a lot of them. Okay, I see the Taiwan Semiconductor trading at approximately 102. Give me just 1 second. Okay, Alexandria Advantage, Canning Corp or something, Analog Devices, Algerio Microsystems, a bunch of them. Umbrella, okay. These aren't all the ones that I'm familiar with, but yeah, there are a few of them that I'm familiar with. Okay, we have a ton of semiconductors. Okay, it's dead ass. You're just going through the process with me. Okay, so we also got banking. I'm thinking banking. What is going on with banking? I'm sorry. I'm thinking. Okay, what has been the topic of discussion? What's going on? Okay, because I guess right now I'm not doing all my fundamental analysis and everything. One thing we got going on is banking, right? They really haven't been talking to town interest rates, inflation. We still got interest rates, inflation, all this stuff going on. People probably are not really able to get out of their banks. They probably have been using a lot of credit to try to pay their bills. I've been using a lot of credit. That's why I'm kind of coming to that concept. We have a lot of banks pulling other banks out of crises. We recently had about 14 banks go through a crisis in America, if not more. And the big banks had to come, the JP Morgans, I can't even remember the rest, but they had to come bail out a lot of banks. So I told you, it's been a little while since I've been trading. All right, and what about energy? I want to check out energy real quick. Here, let me real quick go to I want to go to my visualization chart and go to I want to see the semiconductors, but it's kind of hard for me to figure out how to do all this. Okay. Okay, I'm a big NASDAQ guy. I like NASDAQ. I like tech. Tech has been good to me sometimes, and then other times it's not. But for the most part, tech is fairly good to me. Should we go there? Should we go to China? Maybe JD? JD's been doing awful. You know, let's take a look at JD, because it's been doing god awful. Damn, $36. Gosh darn. What was it? Let's see. Now I know how to use my charts and everything a little bit better. So I'm pulling up the 3-year chart. Okay, so 60. Has it always been at 60? Oh, man, I'm still looking at Coca-Cola. Let me see. Oh, shit. Phone's about to die. All right, let me try to get this plugged up. Okay. We're taking our time. I know this isn't good content. You know, it's not like go. We're gonna get this trade in. We're gonna get the strike put in it, because I don't know this shit, and that's why we're doing this together. All right. Okay. JD. Okay, 36. 50. Yeah, I was like, I thought it was at 90 last time I saw it, and that was around what was that, around November 2022? Yeah. And it's just been sinking. All right. So JD may be a good one. I don't know how much lower I see it going. I'm not even sure if I can buy a put. I think I can only buy calls right now and sell calls. I'm not sure. I see. We're doing all this research. Don't even know what to do. So I'm just gonna go into it thinking that I can only buy calls. Is it worth getting JD at this low? Shit, it's $36. What's the other one? 10 cent. Okay. I don't know. JD at this price, it's kind of crazy. And let me see it compared to its peers. JD, Groupon, what the fuck? And Amazon? That's not its peers. All right, let me check out 10 Cent real quick. I would say that's more so its peers. JD is a video game company, right? Like, let me see. No, my bad. JD is the Amazon of like China or something. Okay, my bad. Okay, okay. Okay, I'll write JD down. People are going to continue to buy online. That is true. And what is JD going through that's making it struggling so bad? Let me see the news on it. China's growth is disappointing. So is it worth buying China right now? Considering that Janet Yellen went over there not too long ago and I believe she said the meeting went well. Okay. All right. We may have something. We may be going to China. And that's another thing. We got to think about India, Japan, Europe. We got to expand a little bit. But we may be going to China today. I'm not even sure if we can make these trades. Let me see. Let me see if I trade JD. Yeah, they got options. Okay. All right, let's just check out a few more before we go. But I think we may have one. I mean, JD at $36. That sounds ridiculous to me. You know, I don't know everything about JD, but as far as I know about JD, like, they're a pretty big company over in China. Let me see if I can go check out their news some more. Where's their news at? Oh, gosh darn it. Come on. Where's their news? Okay, I can't find their news right here. Let me just pull up. I'm just going to pull up like Google. We may be doing JD. Because I think that's ridiculous. JD ticker. I mean, is China's economy doing that bad? People about to start having their margins called. Okay. I'm just doing real quick, like, because I'm on the line right now with y'all. You know, where can I go real quick? I just kind of want to just do a quick analysis of their, let me go to their fundamentals. And this is an ADR as well. If you're not familiar, ADR is an American deposit receipt. So essentially, don't quote me, but essentially a bank purchased the stocks for us. So if you ever want to buy a company that's overseas, you really can't hold it. You actually have to open up a brokerage account overseas in order to actually hold the underlying stock. But what you can do is purchase the American deposit receipt, which I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like I purchased a stock and I have the receipt. You know what I'm saying? And you can buy this receipt from me, and based on this receipt, you can kind of like, you know, you get some funds based on like how the underlying stock is doing, but you're not actually purchasing the underlying stock. So you don't actually own the shares of the stock. So let me, you know me, I'm going to go ahead and let's just move forward from that. Let's just move forward from that because I don't want to sit here bojangling a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to these trades. We got to get to these trades because we got a lot of mistakes that we have to make. Like, we got to get through these mistakes. Okay, so let's look at some of these numbers. All right, earnings per share. It fluctuates. They had a pretty good year in 2020, and since then 2021 it's dropped, and 2022. So here I'll go over real quick the last few years. 2018 it was negative 26 cents. 2019 earnings per share was $1.19. 2020 it was $4.62. In 2021 it was negative 36 cents, and in 2022 it was positive 97 cents. Okay, dividends per share, none. They don't give out dividends per share. Book value per share, it's pretty steady. It was $6, $8. 2018 $6, 2019 approximately $8. 2020 it was approximately $19. 2021 it was approximately $21, and then 2022 went back down to approximately about $19.73. Okay, that's their book value per share. Okay, so, and I don't know what all these terms mean, everything, but I'm trying to, I'm just looking at some of these. Return on equity, it fluctuates. With the video games, we should throw Tencent in there. And let's take a look at Tencent and see how they're doing, because I'm not sure, but Tencent seems to have, let me see if they have like a relationship. I think they may have like a small relationship with Activision. Let me just ask that real quick. Does Tencent and Activision have a relationship?
Two Chinese game companies, including Tencent, recently came out in support of the Activision Blizzard acquisition, according to Deal Reporter, by Seeking Alpha.
Yeah, so Tencent has a relationship with Activision. So I think they help Activision with their mobile gaming. So Activision takes Call of Duty. They need a little help putting it on a mobile device. I think Tencent helps out with that. Don't quote me on that. I'm telling you, I'm getting a little nervous on this one. So with JD, just looking at some of the numbers, honestly, it doesn't look too appealing right now. Like, not even knowing what everything means. Just look, I'm going to go to profitability, net profit margin. Okay, 2018 lost about 54 cents. 2019 made about $2. 2020 made about $6. 2021 lost about 37 cents. And 2022 gained about 99 cents. So, it's having a small trend up, but it's only like 1 year that it's starting to come up a little bit. And I'm not too sure if it's even worth, because I kind of want to see, like, what is JD doing next? Like, we all know, like, Amazon, they damn near hopping anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Amazon will hop in anything. Autonomous vehicles, movies, live sports, shipping, you name it. They'll try to hop in it. JD's having a pretty good quarter year over year. It's up approximately about 1.4%. Net income is up approximately about 310%. All right, real quick. Yeah, this is how, this is kind of how it goes down. You're really just listening to me go into this. JD makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. It's like I could see myself buying the stock long and holding on to the ADR. Oh, I said the stock, but I mean buying the ADR long. Let me go. I got this other joint called Bar Chart. That I've been put on to, that people say, check it out whenever you want, yeah, Bar Chart's like, 56% sell. Let me see what the analysts say about JD. Let me see. The analysts I'm looking at on TD Ameritrade. The analysts are a little mixed, but they're not saying sell it. They're just saying hold it. JD.com. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Let's look at what the insiders are doing. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that with a foreign stock, but let's see if I can. What's a 144? Let's pull up this. Oh, it doesn't even work. Okay, let's check out the annual foreign K. Okay. Okay, this is just some report, I guess, of the 6K. I'm not familiar with, but I'm assuming it's probably with an ADR or a foreign company. So I'll just read a little bit of like what they put on the 6K.
On June 26, 2023, JD Logistics Incorporated, JD Logistics, HKX, 2618, a consolidated subsidiary of JD.com, Incorporated, the company, together with its subsidiaries and consolidated affiliated entities, the JD Group, has appointed Mr. Wei Hu as its Chief Executive Officer to succeed Mr. Yue Yu, with effect from June 26, 2023. Mr. Yu has tendered his resignation as the Chief Executive Officer of JD Logistics due to personal health reasons. Mr. Hu joined JD Group in January 2010 and served as Jingdong Property, Inc.'s Chief Executive Officer between April 2019 and June 2023. Mr. Hu has extensive experience.
Is that what JD means? I didn't know. Is it Jingdong? I didn't know that. Or is that what it is? I don't know.
Experience in operations and management in the logistics industry. He held multiple positions within JD Group, including JD Logistics General Manager for Northern China region between December 2017 and March 2019, the General Manager of Southwest region at the Logistics.
All right. Here, I'll just read just a little bit more about him.
Mr. Hu received his bachelor's degree in Land Resources Management Education from Sichuan Agricultural University in June 2005, and received his master's degree in Business Administration from China Europe International Business School in November 20.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so real quick, look, this episode may be long, so we're gonna look up this guy. I want to look him up. We're gonna look up Wei Hu. I'm kind of stuck on this JD thing right now because it's making me sick to my stomach. It's like get away, but it's like, what happened? What happened? Why y'all down so bad? And is this a good opportunity? Okay, I think I see him on LinkedIn. No, that's a different Wei Hu. It's funny though. This other Wei Hu is at BlackRock. So that name is just a powerful name. Shit. I may have to name my son Wei Hu. One works as CEO of JD, and the other one is, let me see what he is. For the last 2 years, he's been vice president of legal. Shit, I need to reach out to him and ask for a job. Let me see if I can find some more information. We found some pretty good information about Wei Hu. He's been with JD for years, since like 2010. So, he understands the business. This one it's bewildering me. Sorry, it's really bewildering me because I'm like, I can see it dropping some more, just a little bit more. It's probably about $20. Damn, that's $16 a share. I could see it dropping some more. And then probably around like okay. And I really don't want to. I don't even know if I can buy a long put, to be honest. I think all I can buy is calls. So, you know what? I know it's like, what the hell? We went through all that for nothing. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put JD in my personal watch list. That's something I want to keep an eye on. It makes me very uncomfortable. And I don't even think, because temporarily I would buy a put on it. You know what? I know this is irritating, but let's just go ahead and do a simulated trade on. I put it in my watch list, but I'm gonna do a simulated trade on JD, and I'm going to do let's say something like August. Let's go like 30 days out, somewhere between 30, 50 days out. Considering that sales should start increasing around August, September, back to school and whatnot. We should also be having some idea of how we're going to work this relationship out with China. The number one thing I think we need to work out with China is, what are we going to do with these tariffs? And then they may be more willing to discuss what are they going to do about their national security issues that we have. And I don't want to get into national security and whatnot. I don't even want to get into tariffs because I don't know much about it. But there's a huge national security concern that we're having with China. People are talking about people are talking about, man, you could have a mop and that shit be reading your whole house. And if you got a smart house, your whole shit wired. And they just reading all that shit. And they could use it for different reasons, even advertising to you. Okay, so I'm gonna take it easy on the JD right now. Because again, I don't even think I can buy puts. If we want, we'll just see real quick if I can buy a put. I doubt I can. I don't even know if I can short. Let me see. Okay, I'll try to trade this. Okay, let me see. I'll just try to do something real quick. 17 days. Let's go about 38 days out, and I'm going to try to buy a long put. Let me see, strike price. Where are all the strikes? They just gave me a few strikes. See, I'm just trying to experiment. I'm not even using the platform that I like to use. All right. Crap. All right, let me just see if I can do this trade real quick. All right, I'm not even going to get into the whole. And I'm, as I told you, I'm using. This is live. We're going live. So from my speculation, I do see JD going up long term, but in the period, this is why they would say this is probably a good time to do a covered call. But I'm not even sure because like a lot of times when I seen the covered calls, they were like, you're just making the premium. You're just making the $100 premium or whatever. So I'm not even sure if that's really what I want to do. Sorry about this, y'all. You know what? Actually, I'm not even too sorry. You know what I'm more sorry about is that a lot of this stuff isn't edited out and whatnot. I don't have an editing team. Anybody who can just kind of like say, okay, we're gonna cut a bunch of that out. We're gonna cut a bunch of that out. But I am happy that, we're walking through these steps together. You can see my thought process. Okay. All right, so we're going to pull up JD. And let's see if it'll allow me, because I don't even think I got approved for all options trading. So I'm just going to go about 30 days out, 38 days out. Okay. Strike price is approximately about 36. I think it's going to go below 36 from now. Just speculating. Also, just looking at the chart, it didn't look like it had a lot of support. It looked like there was support around like $20 or something. But we're just going to do this real quick. And we're just going to see kind of even if I'm allowed. So I'm going to just do one contract. That's 100 contracts. I'm going to do market. And let's see if it goes through. So this is going to cost me about $211. Okay. And what's my strike price? 36. Okay, so I rejected it. Okay, so yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to do long put. Let me see if I can do a call real quick. 36. I'm just gonna do like 10 days. Like I'm gonna do 24 days. I think it's gonna be above 36 in 24 days. Now I can already buy one that's in the money. These contracts are not even expensive. I can buy one that's already in the money. Let me see. Okay, it's going to cost me $236. I think it's already telling me I can't do it. Oh, you're telling me that. Oh, I guess I gotta wait a couple days for funds to settle. Oh, that's what they're saying right now. But I still don't think I have the ability. Let's see if we can buy something long. Whoa. All right, let's see. Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break. Been talking for about 32 minutes. Let me see what TD Ameritrade Network is talking about.
Showing some degree of resiliency. This is, of course, like the first shoe to drop, if you will, of the earnings season. So we'll have to see then what this means, of course, for the rest of the economy. Yeah, we have.
Okay, they're talking about Morgan Stanley. Okay. Sorry about all this, man, and beautiful women. I apologize about this. This is the real shit right here for me. You know what I'm saying? Not for everyone. Some other people be like, "Oh man, do a straddle, naked butt, right hand, broken wing straddle." I'm like, whoa. This is what we're doing. This is what it is, and so right now I have a few dollars, and they're basically telling me that I have about 2 or 3 days that I gotta wait before I can start trading with my funds, which is some bullshit. But let's see if we can buy a long stock position. I mean that can't be nothing wrong with that, right? And it's just a long stock position, so it'd be something like a JD, which is at $36. You know what I'm saying? Let's just look around. This is Chairman. We're gonna take a quick break. This is Chairman House of Barf. Yo, what's good? This is Chairman House of Barf. So, one thing I'm getting a note on, and this is part of regulation. We can go over it. So essentially, when your money goes into your account, you do have to wait for a couple days for it to settle. Some people do get the ability to trade. So if they say like, I want to fund my account right now, a brand new account, they'll link their bank account and they'll say I'm going to transfer about $5,000. And sometimes the BD will just go ahead and give it to you. In my case, they're basically essentially saying, here, let me try it even again. Damn, JD's down 4% today. Damn. I was actually going to try to get a long put if it would have let me do it. But here, let me try. I'll try again. I'm going to try on a different platform. Let me see what we do. 30 days out, August 25th. I'm going to try to do a long put. Try to get as close to strike price as possible. Or try to get the strike price as close to the underlying stock as possible. So I see there's a 35 for $1.68 and there's a 34 for $1.28. Let me just try to do $1.28. Oh, damn. I just said, nah, dog. Damn. Like, talk to me. So, tell me what's going on. What in the world? Okay, yeah. It's not working out for me, but let's see if they'll even allow me to buy the stock. I know they say I got about 2 or 3 days I got to wait to let my funds settle. Because what a lot of people will do is they'll take that $5,000. They'll say they ain't really got $5,000 in the bank or $10,000 in the bank. What they'll try to do is say they got 10 grand. Hurry up, trade with that 10 grand. Try to turn it into 20 grand. And then when the BD says, hey, the 10 grand was rejected from your bank or something. Don't quote me because I don't really be knowing how to do all this shit. I know it sounds stupid. It's like, dude, weren't you a regulator? Yeah, but again, I didn't really get to work on a lot of hard cases. Nothing that really really challenged my mind. And then also, was under tons of stress and pressure. So you really can't even really learn. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to really more so just get your case done. Just me personally. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's only a couple people who could really do really stellar. Either a bunch of individuals who came into the industry with a bunch of knowledge as a regulator, or a bunch of motherfuckers who been in the industry for like 30 years, and they're just experts. But people like me that were in the middle, I'm not saying that I didn't have because there was people just like me in my positions, and there's probably a bunch of new people who are doing fantastic. But it was a little tough, being right there in the middle. Not stupid enough to be on the bottom, not smart enough to be at the top. So you kind of get squeezed. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we might as well just get rid of them. And we could just have a bunch of stellar people, bring in a bunch of new people, smarten them up. It'd be fantastic, instead of carrying, I guess, this guy who they thought was an asshole or whatever. But you know what? I'm moving on. So yeah, as far as I believe I have to wait 2 or 3 days before I can start officially trading. So as much as you heard me all, God, please help me. I still mean those words though. I'm not faking. But it's very possible that I'm not able to do any trades today. And we're just going to have to do a few more days of simulated trades. And what's today? Tuesday? We may be able to get our first official trade in maybe by Friday. But let's see if I can even buy just the underlying stock. I don't even know if I want to buy JD at this price, because after we just did that analysis, let me move on real quick and let's see if there's a better deal out there real quick. Something that's just a pretty good deal. I'm just going to go to Tencent. I can't remember what they usually trade at. What is it? Okay, so Tencent doesn't have any options at all. But let me take a look at their chart. What am I looking at? I'm looking at their 1-year chart. I'm going to go to 3-year. The 1-year chart just blows me. Like I like looking at 3-5 years. Okay, so Tencent's at 43. Wow, they dropped all the way down to 24. Damn. Yeah, that'd have been a pretty good buy. Right now they're at 43. So, not sure if that's too good of a buy right now. We have to keep an eye on that. We got a lot going on in the video game world. A lot of people are talking about, I think Foot Locker brought in a new CEO. We'll take a look at that. Ooh, Foot Locker's down to $25. Good Lord. And let's take a look at Home Depot, see what they're doing. Okay, Home Depot is at about $317.79. Let's go to Foot Locker, and let's just kind of take a gamble on that. All right, so I'm going to go to trade, and I'm going to say it's going to be above, maybe not, I'll say like 45 days out. It's going to be above $45 or $25. I'm sorry. This contract at $25 is $2.50. Let me see if I can buy a call. Yeah, I'm going to say it's going to be at like $27. I can get this at $1.50. But let's see if they allow me. Shit, I'll buy 2 contracts. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let me. I don't even want to keep sending these orders. It's going to be like, Chairman, come on, man. You can't do shit. Here, let me see if I can see. Recently, okay. Yeah, they're not allowing it. They're not allowing it. But let's see if they'll allow me to buy the underlying stock. I'll buy like, shit, $25. That's a $250. I'll get, let's see, like 100 shares. That's like $250, right? No, that's $2,500. My bad. Yeah, you shouldn't be trading, bro. All right, let's do 10 shares. Oh, okay. So they're gonna let me buy the stock. That's all they're gonna let me do right now. All right. So I just bought 10 shares of Foot Locker at $25.83. So, and right now it's trading at $25.83. So, all right. Probably could have got some more. All right. Well, we got a trade done. It's a long position. Let's take a little bit more look at Foot Locker. Let's just do that because I'm thinking about buying a little bit more shares because let me see. Let's go to Foot Locker's news. If I'm correct, I can't remember who they brought in, but I think they may be from like a makeup company or something. Damn it. Just yesterday. Shit. Foot Locker's in the middle of an investigation. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. I'll read this with y'all.
Add to watch list options, chain historical, quotes, and splits income estimator. Investigation alert. The Shaw Law Firm announces it is investigating claims against Foot Locker Incorporated and encourages investors with losses to contact the firm. 6:01 a.m. Eastern Time, July 17th, 2023, Access Wire, print. Los Angeles, California /Access Wire /July 17th, 2023 the Shaw Law Firm, a national shareholder rights litigation firm, announces that it is investigating claims on behalf of investors of Foot Locker Incorporated, Foot Locker or the company, NYSE, FL, for violations of the securities laws. The investigation focuses on whether the company issued false and or misleading statements and or failed to disclose information pertinent to investors. If you are a shareholder who suffered a loss, click here to participate.
You know what? Sometimes these lawyers, I'd be like, what? Like, I was just reading about this other company I'm looking at. IIPR, what is it? Innovative Industrial Properties. Ooh, they're down at 77. Oh, I may want to get that. They're an investigation talking about investors didn't know it was a cannabis company. I'm like, when I first started doing my research, that's what I saw first. I was like, ooh, cannabis company. Because, you know what I'm saying, I really don't fool with cannabis when it comes to my investments. But I was like, you know what? I don't mind having a little bit of chicken in the game. Just not through like Tilray or something. I was like, I don't want to be that close to it. But I found a company that was like, hey, yeah, we build laboratories for cannabis companies. I said, okay. So a little bit of a REIT. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. You know, they pay dividends. Woo, their annual dividend's pretty good. Okay. I'm just confused. Like, how did y'all not know? What brought you to Innovative Industrial Properties? Like, that's the thing that brought me to it. You know what? Let me look at Innovative Industrial Properties. Ooh, they got options too. How long is this investigation supposed to last? Oh, I can't even buy no calls. Okay, let's look at this chart. Oh my gosh, they are down. This is an easy call. Oh, I gotta try to hit this call real quick. Come on, we gotta get this call. I don't even know what to buy it at. $77, $78 right now. It's approximately 11:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Currently, right now, Innovative Industrial Properties are trading at approximately $78. I know this shit. I could be wrong. I think this shit is going to be, I don't know, 90s. Look, Maryland just passed recreational laws on July 1st. Industrial Properties has a deal here in Maryland. I can't remember what it's for. Look. Sorry, Does Innovative Industrial Properties have a deal in Maryland? Okay, so they didn't read it, but back in 2022, here, I'll just give you the headline.
Innovative Industrial Properties acquires Maryland property and enters into long-term lease with MCP/District Cannabis. IIP expands portfolio to 108 properties comprising 8.1 million square feet in 19 states. April 13th, 2022, 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. San Diego, Business Wire, Innovative Industrial Properties Incorporated, IIP, the first and only real estate company on the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, IIPR, focused on the regulated U.S. cannabis industry, announced that it closed on the acquisition of a Maryland property comprising approximately 84,000 square feet of industrial and greenhouse space.
Okay, and I'm so confused. Like, let me just pull up like a 10K. Like, did the 10K not say? Like, I'm confused how people are like, we had no idea that this was, bullshit. The stock was dropping, and all of a sudden people get all like, well, we don't know if we knew exactly. You know, it's like, come on, dog. Come on, man. All right. Let me just look at a 10K from let me see how far back I can go. When did this investigate? I can't even remember when did the lawsuit against Innovative Industrial Properties begin? My bad about that. A second lawsuit started around, I'm going to say March 2023. A second one. Let me see. I'm looking at a MJ Biz Daily.
Legal woes are piling on for Innovative Industrial Properties, as another shareholder has accused the cannabis-focused real estate investment trust of misleading investors about its due diligence on a key California-based marijuana company. In a federal lawsuit filed last week in U.S. District Court in Maryland, were the publicly traded REITs Incorporated, Innovative Industrial Properties, IIP. Investor Ross Weintraub accused Executive Chair Alan D. Gold, CEO Paul Smithers, and other company officials of breaching their fiduciary duty by either failing to discover or declining to disclose key facts about one of the company's main investments, Kings Garden.
Oh, something was up at Kings Garden. Let me see what's up. Let me see what this is about.
Garden. Advertisement. Southern California-based Kings Garden operates massive cultivation and extraction facilities in the Coachella Valley Desert near Palm Springs. IIP's business model involves purchasing built-out real estate from marijuana businesses and then leasing the property back to the companies at a profit, an arrangement that provides cannabis operators shut out from typical investments with some liquidity. IIP drew negative...
Okay, so I'm not going to keep going. It's a whole lot. Let me see if I can just fast forward, see if we can find out what happened with this Kings Garden thing.
IIP's legal action against Kings Garden also led to Weintraub's suit filed last week. In IIP's filings, the company admitted that rather than check whether King had been cleared by the United States Department of Justice for federal licensing and had been screened and cleared at all levels, IIPR merely accepted King's word that it was true, Weintraub's lawsuit alleges. Taking the word of a person that was later alleged to be a fraudster is in stark contrast from what the company told investors it was doing in its business practices to ensure investors that it was not risking their money getting into business with unethical, criminal perpetrators of fraud.
Oh. Okay, that's the second one. Okay. So, okay. Now the first one, Okay. And then there's another one. Let me see. I think that was 2020. Oh gosh, stop it. Everybody's like, accept my cookies. I don't want to be associated with your... Oh gosh, I want... let me see. What it is, shorty? What's up? Let me see. Let me go to my bar chart real quick. Bar chart is saying 8% sell. They're saying that's weak. I want to know more about this first lawsuit. That's the second one. Come on, just somebody. Okay. I'm trying to find it. So it may have been more than that, more than I thought. Okay, I want to find more about these lawsuits. 'Cause the second one I understand, but then there's a first one that I'm trying to discover a little bit more on. And every time I click on a website, it's like talking about the first one. They're just like, hey, accept our cookies and whatnot. And that's not what I'm trying to do right now. Let me see if I can just hurry up. Here, I'm going to try to pause. I can pause real quick. Just give me 1 second. Okay, real quick. Yeah, I think I found it. And this one is from 2022, June 24th, 2022. These are for people who are holding IIPR between August 2020 and August 2022. This is the one that I was familiar with or heard a little bit about.
The complaint alleges that defendants throughout the class period made false and/or misleading statements and/or failed to disclose: 1. That Innovative Industrial Properties' focus is to be a cannabis company lender rather than a real estate investment trust, REIT. 2. That the true values of Innovative Industrial Properties...
Wait, my bad. That is focused to be a cannabis company lender. Okay.
Properties are significantly lower than Innovative Industrial Properties represents. 3. Existential...
Here, let me
the complaint alleges... 2. That the true values of Innovative Industrial Properties are significantly lower than Innovative Industrial Properties represents. 3. Existential issues in its top customers. 4. That as a result, its top customers may not be able to continue making payments to innovative industrial properties, and innovative industrial properties would face significant issues replacing these customers. And 5. That as a result, defendant's statements about its business, operations, and prospects were materially false and misleading, and or lacked a reasonable basis at all relevant times.
Okay. I see. That's a little bit different than what I was thinking. So essentially, a lot of the stuff that IIPR was putting out there was misleading, was very incorrect. So let me look at their fundamentals. I mean, if we're saying that they're making a lot less money and they're a cannabis lender and not a cannabis REIT company, but their numbers, I'm looking at their numbers right now. It's earnings per share, 2018, 75 cents, 2019, $2, 2020, $3.27, 2021, $4.55, 2022, $5.52. Dividends, 2019, $2.83, 2020, $4.47, 2021, $5.72, 2022, $7.10. Book value per share, 2018, $25.50, 2019, $42.18, 2020, $63.08, 2021, $62.34, 2022, $69.60. Return on equity, 2018, $3.53. All these are just 2018 to 2022. $5.55, $6.25, $7.21, $8.59. Net profit margin, starting 2018 and 2022, $46, $51.67, approximately. $55.79, $55.45, $54.84. Let me see. I want to see things like, I can't see it real quick. They're not showing all of it. Revenue. Let me see. I just want to see a little bit more on this. I'm going to go to like a company like Yahoo. Yo, IIPR is probably about to be in my portfolio. I know they're going through a lot of shit, and honestly, I hate to do it because I'm essentially like... Shit, I'm glad they're going through a lot of bullshit. All right, let me see. Sustainability is currently not available. That's because everybody left. They're losing tremendous revenue. Let me see. Let me see. I want to expand it. Yeah, they're losing tremendous revenue. It's only giving me till 2019. Like, stop it. I'm on Yahoo. Let me see if I can go somewhere else. Wait, let me see. Gross profits. Ooh, things are dropping tremendously for them. Here, let me... Like, they're not even giving me 2020. Oh, okay. My bad. I was reading the chart backwards. Okay. They started off with 2022, and they went backwards to 2019. Oh, well, then in that case, things are looking fairly well. Man, IIPR is about to be in my portfolio. You know what? We're going to get ready to do this real quick. IIPR. I know this sounds like a bad idea. It's like, yo, why would you do this to yourself? Let's take a look at Foot Locker. See what it's doing real quick. I'm up about 15 cents. I told you I was going to get more shares. I don't know what I was thinking. I only put down like $250. I told you we're just getting wet. Let me go to IIPR. It's not letting me. Will it let me sell a contract? I don't want to sell a contract on IIPR. I'm just going to buy it long. It went down to about $63. It's at now about $77. Shit. Okay, let's go ahead and get in. I'll do like, damn it, I don't even really want to be doing all these long stock trades and everything, because it's like, damn, man, I don't want, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do these options. All right, I'm going to put like, I'll buy like 10 shares. That's going to cost me about $800. All right, went through. All right. This shit ain't going to do much, but we're just getting wet. So, yeah, we're going to get this all figured out. Thanks for sitting around with me. Whoever decided to sit around with me and just kind of go through this whole process of evaluating all this shit. Just buying 10 shares and shit, that's really not going to help me do some day trades. But what we're going to do is take it slow. I still got a few days before I can actually start hopping into my option trades and everything. Not trying to do anything too crazy. That's the you know what I just forgot? I just forgot that I'm trying to do day trades. I literally was like, yo, I'm gonna hold on to this for like a year. Dummy. Fucking messing up. So, gotta get on track. Gotta get our minds on track. Boom, boom, boom. Get our minds on track. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Actually, we're probably about to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm probably taking an official break. Get some, lunch and whatnot. Get some water. I'm thirsty. We're going to get this all figured out. I'm probably going to cut this episode, take a break, come back. We're going to get some more trades in. And we're going to try to get some day trades in. I should be buying like 100 shares and then just getting this over with and done with and then trying to get out. So we're going to get this figured out, but it's a lot harder with buying the underlying stock. You know what I'm saying? One share costs $77, where I could, with $77, possibly buy 100 contracts or something. So it's really eating into my chicken. But we're going to get this figured out. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick with your man, Chan Man. I appreciate it. This is Chan Man, House of Barf.